Welcome y'all to another one-up guided tour. Looking at puzzle 381, that 8x8 released this very evening. We'll load her up and we'll get started. I like to say to quarter these puzzles and decide what area you want to play in the most. Now I really like the southeast corner. It looks almost like a pocket corner. So that's where I want to get to. No matter how you get there. You get some choices. I really like this partial baseline here. If you want to know about baselines, look at the puzzle 379 2 days ago. I talk about them at length. But when you see some staggering segmentation, you tend to look for baselines. We're going to look at the one on R7. And like right now, this little line here, this could be what? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And I don't know what it's going to be. But I know it's not going to be 2, 3, or 4. And it's not going to be. Because over here, this is a 2 limit and it already sees that 1. So that's going to be our 2. Which means this one has to be our 3 because 1 and 2 are gone. This is 3 limit. And this one has to be our 4. And there's already 2 8s looking down. Which means this has to be our 8. And we are left with a 6 7 pair. And that's a good thing to have. That's our 7. Let's look at our 8 real fast. This has got to be a 1, finishing this little segment for us, leaving a 2 4 pair. That's a 1, of course. Left with 2 and 3. And so we did a lot with our 8. Looking at our 6, we can do everything we want on the left here. I mean, that's got to be a 1. That's got to be a 2. We're left with 4 and 3. Not so much here on the right. But when you look at C5, we do know that's got to be a 3, giving us our second 2 4 pair. Let's continue up that column. We're giving a 1 and a 1 2. And that's a lot. What is the next segment to do? It may not be contiguous. It may not be a left-right turn. In fact, it's probably going to be this one here, R3. We know that, well, it's a little bit hard to see it that way. Let's actually look at C1. Where does the 1 go? 1 goes there because we got these sweeping 1s to the left, right? And they force the 1s there, which is great. And then now that the 1's there, what else can we tell about this line? Well, this is 2 or 4, of course. But the only thing we can really tell for sure is that's got to be an 8. There's no other space for it. Now, if that's our 8, well, let's turn there and see what else we get. And this is a 2 4 pair. Well, if 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8 are gone, we're left with 3, 6, 7, and you can't fit 6 or 7 in this 3-link segment. So this here has got to be our 3. Easy to do. And what else do we get? Can we figure out that 6, 7? No, we cannot. But we can obviously see this 2 over here and how that influences and gives us this segment. But what you might not have noticed is we also get all of C8. There's only one place left for the 3. And then this 1, 2, 3 makes this a 4. Can't have 2 5s in a row. See? It says no. So that's going to be our 6, and that's going to be our 5. Alright, let's do the next line. And in most particular, what I want us to do is remember that 2 and 4 are limited to these 2 squares because the 4 length and 1 and 3 are seen. Well, the 4 is already excluded from one of those. So we know that. And we also know that's a 2 and that's a 4 and that's a 1. Getting almost everything in that little corner. And we're left with another 6 7 pair. How about that? It's our second one. Let's do the next line over. It needs a 5 somewhere. And we're left with 4, 6, 7, but it's a triplet that we can't really pull apart. Determine where that 5 is. Left with 1, 2, 6. Well, there's a 1 there, 1 there. This is going to be our 1. You can't put a 6 there. Got 1, 2, 6. Let's turn here. 2, 6, 7. But you can't fit a 6 or 7 into this row. So that's a 2, leaving our third 6, 7 pair. Let's just solve all of C1 though. And now that we only have 2 things left here, we can solve that as well. Now we're left with 2 in C3, and it also solves. Let's see what else we need. We need a 4 in this line. It has to be here, and that leaves what, our 4th 6 7 pair. Is that our 5th? I've lost count. It doesn't really matter. But when you turn at the 4, you're left with 2 and 7, which means you're finally going to break free. Left with 4 and 6 here. And that's a 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. And we're all the way done. And that's one way to solve 1UP 381. You pick the area that you think will resolve the best. You pick the way to get there and do givens into it, and it sort of flows. It gives you enough momentum usually to solve the puzzle in a very linear way. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. If you still have questions, leave a comment. I'll try and help there. Like if you like, share, subscribe, all the other fun stuff. And we'll see you on another evening. Thanks. Bye.